What I'm about to tell you might seem contrary to what I teach, but you have to understand reality works through contradictions. Okay, it is the contradictions. It is the battle between your light side and dark side that allows you to be who you are, that allows you to be so interesting. It is the battle between the light and the dark side of an artist that allows them to create work, right? It is the friction between the right and the left that allows us to keep propelling forward, right? Without this friction, without contradictions, reality wouldn't be reality. And so this is part of what I'm teaching you today, okay? Is that sometimes you have to demand this from people, and it is not what you guys might think it is. It's not respect, okay? It is more broader, and I think it applies to a lot of people, especially in this culture. And it is this: asking for what you want. All right, ladies and gentlemen, too many people today want intimacy. Too many people today want a genuine relationship, but because everyone else around them is telling them to be more independent, to not need people, to not need a man, to not need a woman, to go on on your own, it creates people then say, okay, in order to be happy, I have to be completely independent. I don't have to need someone. And so these people then go out of their ways to do this, and they end up with having needs that are not unmet. And the reason why is this: I had a conflict with this friend of mine. Not this friend of mine. I think that there's this girl that most likely does like me, but I don't know, to be honest with you. But she gets pretty mad at me a lot, and it's not intentional. Anyways, she was supposed to go. She invited me to go hiking, and God knows I do not like hiking. What the fuck? Like, what's up with these white people inviting me to hike? I just don't understand this shit, man. And I just I wasn't responding to her on time because I didn't know how to tell her no. I was like, I don't want to go hiking. Like, leave that shit to fucking Bob, the fucking expat, you know? And I didn't respond, and she messaged me to this. She was like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to be your friend, man. You just ignore my messages a lot. I'm like, oh shit, right? And a part of, it's funny, a part of me wanted to get offended by that, right? I'm like, yo, you don't even know me to be telling me that. I was like, you don't even know me. Like, why are you demanding this much of me? But then a part of me realized, I was like, wait a minute. That's why people don't want to be honest, because then they get gaslit. Because the truth is, she is right. I should be responding on time. It is disrespectful, right? It was because of her birthday, right? It is disrespectful, right? And I just didn't respond for too long. I took my time to respond, right? And she told me that she doesn't like that, and if this is how you're gonna be, then I don't want to be your friend. And then I'm like, okay, look, man, I apologize. I was like, look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be an asshole. I just don't like hiking, and I kind of didn't know how to tell you that. She didn't respond, right? But it taught me something. Sometimes from her end, she might think what she's doing is, a lot of people think what she's doing is needy, right? Especially if you really like someone, you might be afraid to do this because you might think you're overstepping the boundaries. What you are doing when you do this is that you're seeing how good this person is with conflict. First of all, are they humble enough? Even though it might be too soon, how humble am I to at least recognize that she has a point and not cut off the friendship? A lot of us are so afraid to ask for what we want because we think we're gonna look needy. And I tell you, don't do that. Let me tell you why. And I'm gonna go about it from an emotional point of view and then a generational point of view. From the book, The Fourth Turning. It's a really good book. It talks about that. People fear being direct about what they want because it could potentially scare off people. Especially if you meet people online. That's where a lot of you guys are meeting people. Especially younger people. Older people are meeting people through normal settings a little bit more. But usually people under 40 nowadays are doing online dating. And because of that, they know that other people have so many more matches that they don't want to scare off their potential matches. And so everyone is under that illusion that everyone else is getting a lot of matches. And you have to go a little, you have to be careful because when you're online, people just unmatch you for anything. So then it creates this illusion that that's how dating is. That if you actually meet someone in real life, face to face, that's not online, that they're actually going to be that way. No, it's actually not the truth. When most people are getting a lot of options, people become dispensable. That's just the truth. And because of that, social media then promotes and curates this type of mentality. idealized versions of relationship where everyone is independent, where you're able to walk away from the relationship and not feel hurt, where you're able to be completely independent and not need someone, and people even take pride in that. It leads people to feel insecure or hesitant about expressing that maybe you want more. That maybe I don't like the fact that you take too long to respond. Maybe I don't like the fact that you're always late on our meetups, even though we're friends. The fact that I don't like the fact that you forgot that we were supposed to meet up, right? Why? Because you are afraid to look vulnerable, right? You're afraid to look needy because people could gaslight you. That's the problem. Is that when you ask what you want, a lot of fucking assholes will gaslight you and say, "Oh, look at you being needy. Oh, look at you," right? And this is where I come in, people. If you have, because it is true. Sometimes we do ask things and they come across as needy, and that's because maybe there's something in your face, in your nonverbal cues, that's communicating the neediness. And let me tell you what you guys can do. You guys can book a call with me, with Father Alex, and where I could show you, and maybe and you describe to me your problem, and I could literally fix it on the spot. Give you a strategy on how to fix it so that you don't have to repeat that behavior. Sometimes there's a lot of videos that I post, and sometimes it could be overwhelming because there's so much information. But if you work with me one-on-one, you'll be able to know exactly what to do on the exact situation, and you don't have to really think too much about it. You just have to make sure to do exactly what I do. All right, so yeah, click in the description down below. There I have 15, 30 1-hour sessions, and there you guys can book a call with me today, tomorrow. It doesn't matter. I am a very flexible person. Okay, so do that, or else they're gonna dump you. All right, I'm kidding. Seriously, they may dump you. So they're afraid to ask and be vulnerable, and that's a lot of people, man. A lot of people. And then you have people who, what I want you to do is to change your perspective. Do not see demanding respect, demanding a relationship, asking for what you want. Do not see that as needy. Just don't. Because what it does is that it saves you time. And you might say, wow, but I did that and it turned them off. It turned them off because they weren't that person for you. I am telling you, when you tell what you want and they're the right person, they're not gonna get turned off. They may think it might be a little needy. I'm telling you, they might think that, but without a shadow of a doubt, if you're willing to walk away and you do this, you're gonna seem like confident. And it's a type of confidence that's an open, emotional openness type of confidence. Not the type of confidence where you hide with distance and space. No, the type of confidence that you say, hey, look, this is what I want. I'm looking at you in the eye. You might think this is needed, but this is what I'm looking for. Are you looking for that? Or, hey, you know what? This is what I want. I want you to be a little bit more in time. Hey, man, I like you, but you respond too slow. Can you please do that a little bit? Now, look, with friends, if they take a long time to respond, that's fine. As long as they don't cancel the meetups last minute, as long as they go to the meetups, I don't care if a friend takes a long time to respond, right? We're not crackheads with each other, right? With lovers, though, I'm looking at the emotional component. This is a compulsion, motherfucker. And if you have no compulsion to text me, that says me everything. My friend has no compulsion to text me. There's no testosterone inspiring my friend's text messages. I hope there isn't. But with a lover, hell yeah, there's a lot of dopamine in there. So yeah, you should expect more emotions from people who you're dating. So you should demand that. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I like being held this much. Hey, I like when people respond to me at this amount of time. As long as you're around, first of all, you got to make, a lot of people make the mistakes where they're so isolated, where they have no reference of what's a healthy relationship, that they have unrealistic expectations. Get off of online, first of all. Touch grass and meet people. When you get around people, you start to, especially people who are not delusional, meaning like don't just be friends with people your age, because you might be a young person and you might have those dumbass young person standards. Or online, this is why when you're online, your standards are so high it's unrealistic. Like, people will literally unmatch you because you're 5'10" and not 5'11". In real life, does that really happen? I've never met a girl and said, yo, you know what, he's cute, but he's 1 inch short. No, only online. So online, the more you stay there, the more unrealistic your expectations, and then you're gonna start projecting that. Then you're gonna sense other people's unrealistic expectations, and because you're so careful, you're gonna stop asking for what you want. You're gonna bend to the zeitgeist of the culture, which nowadays the zeitgeist is fear of commitment. That's the zeitgeist. People have a fear of commitment nowadays. One, they're too awkward Two, they don't know how to be around people physically because of just the society that we live in. It's so much easier to be alone, right? So the casual norm of dating. The normalization of casual dating and hookup can make serious commitment seem less appealing or necessary. And so the expression of it might make you look old school. The expression of it might make you look needy. But it's all how you say it, people. It's all how you say it. As long as you say this, as long as you express your desire with a willingness to walk away, it's gonna come across powerful, like a bomb. It's gonna come down like a thunderbolt. I am telling you, the worst type of setting standards is this type of standard where you're bluffing. No, I've had people tell me what they want, and I'm like fucking quivering in my feet. Like my first girl that I had, she did that, right? She was like, Alexis, you know, you're always doing this, doing that, but you never pay attention, right? I was like, what? She was like, yeah, man, like, blah, blah, blah. She said, and I was like, I can't do that for you. She walked away. This is something that a lot of people are missing out on, the type of confidence this projects. This projects a calm confidence. Now, again, you got to make sure that you're not screaming, that you don't have a knife. Well, this is for women, right? You got to do this with a calm mind and with a willingness to walk away. That calmness will have like a cold killer effect, where it's like a cold killer. Like there's like a calm confidence emanating from you that creates intimidation. And another thing is that people today are just more individualistic. Culture often emphasizes personal achievement and self-discovery, which can conflict with the perceived constraints of commitment issues, right? So women's desire to be independent and men's desire to be masculine makes it hard for them to open up about this because they know they're going against the norm. They don't want to be those needy people that tell you what you want. Fuck that. I don't care. If you want your hand held when you walk, say that. You like this thing done to you, say that. And if they don't do it, talk to them. Have a conversation. You want them to hold you this long, you want them to text you like this, say it. And if they can't do that, that just tells you it's not compatible. There's nothing wrong with it. And people who say that's needy, they're just gaslighting you. It's not needy. What the fuck? Honestly, what the fuck is that? How is that needy, dude? How is it needy for me to say, hey, like, I want to see you twice a week. I know you're not busy. How is that needy? Oh my God, look at you. You're demanding so much of my time. Then you're not ready to be with one. Then go find somebody else. Go date a fucking guy, somebody in prison. How about that? You'll be able to, it's exactly what you want. Don't let people shame you into not saying what you want, man. So let's talk about why people are this way today. There's this book called The Fourth Turning. It talks about 4 different turnings that crosses all of humanity. And now we're in the 4th turning. And this is what it is. Currently, according to Strauss and Howe, we are in the 4th turning. A period of crisis where institutions are dismantled and rebuilt, and society undergoes significant transformation. This era often features uncertainty, upheaval, and revolution of norms, values, including those related to relationships and commitment. So what people will tell you is that back then, even 20 years ago, dating was much easier. Women told you what you wanted. Men told you what you wanted. People were more willing to be in relationship, and people were having more sex, right? But this era is often features uncertainty, upheaval, revolution, right? Now, this is the crisis era. So people are completely going against the last norms, which is usually religion, family, being independent. What they're promoting is being individual. Children are a burden. Don't have commitment. Travel the world. See the world. Don't buy a house. Do this. Be yourself. Solo travel. Be a boss, bitch. You know, go on monk mode. All that kind of stuff. All individualistic. And what it doesn't address is the emptiness that those things give you. Yeah, in photo, it seems great, but it's devoid of purpose. And this individualistic culture, when you feel like you want to be more communal, when I have a family, when I have a girlfriend, when I have a boyfriend, when I have a husband, all that type of stuff can make you feel different. And a lot of people then will be afraid to express that because it's just so different from the norm. And then you see people getting gaslit by just expressing what they want. And the book also says that there's generational archetypes, right? It describes four: prophet, nomads, heroes, and artists. Currently, the young adults, right, millennials, Gen Z, people under 40, fall into the hero and artist archetype, both heavily influenced by the societal instability of the fourth turning. This instability can contribute to fear of commitment, right? They've been through a lot of crises. The 9/11, my birthday. Hey man, I always tell people, man, it's not a bad day because I was born that day. I was born first. Why are we crying? Anyways, it's kind of funny how that day didn't. I swear to God, it didn't traumatize me. I had a lot of friends that woke up crying. I'm like, I just woke up pissed off that I didn't get my Toy Story toys because Toys R Us was closed. You know, but I remember though, it was during that time when I got into Christianity, so it did affect me, and I got deep into spirituality after that. That's true. And then yeah, it did affect me, and just not negatively. Honestly, that's why they say having a dark sense of humor allows you to process trauma. I remember when I got mugged, I was scared. I was scared of a group of 3 Mexican guys. I was like, I cannot see a group of 3 young Mexican guys. I would cross the street like they were black in the hood, like Bob in the hood. I'm like, oh shit, right? But now I'm not scared anymore because I made jokes about it, man. When you laugh about things, you get over them. So, this current generation fall into the hero and artist archetype, both heavily influenced by society instability of the fourth turning. This instability can contribute to fear of commitment. During the fourth turning, there is a collective retreat from individualism towards community and collective action. However, the transition phase can be marked by uncertainty and fear, impacting personal decisions, including relationships. So it seems like this might not last for too long, right? It seems like this is just a stage. People are starting to see the emptiness of Tinder. They're starting to see the emptiness of just hookup culture. That's a real fact, right? And so what will happen is that in the next few years, my job is going to get even better because people are just going to want to find more commitment, are going to want to find more relationship, are going to want to be more married, right? And that's going to turn into people wanting commitment, and hopefully, it'll be a good thing for society because the more people are married, the less crime there is. The more marriage, the less crime. Yeah, it's boring as fuck, I get it, but places with more single men have more crime. Less single men have less crime. Let's do that shit, okay? Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and I'll see you guys later. To the Mindful Attraction University, taught by Professor Alex, where I teach you all of the strategies to improve your dating life and all of the courses that I have all in one place. And you can get it at a highly discounted rate. So that means you can purchase all of my basic courses without the bundles, usually at $600. You can purchase it now at $399, people. Not $400, $399 for psychological purposes. Yeah, that's right. Oh my fucking God, he's showing us a scam. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Father Alex does that. So that means you could get emotional mastery, the psychological game of attraction, the feminine woman, natural chemistry, charisma blueprint, and nice girl at a discounted rate. But then, if you want to get the master's degree of the Mindful Attraction University, taught by Professor Alex, you can get the premium version, where usually all of the courses cost $1,200. Now you can purchase them all at $799 or 4 payments of $200. You guys can now also do like a payment plan. Feminine woman, emotional mastery, the whole shebang with all of the bonuses at one lower price, people. And with that, honestly, this is the type of thing that I know that if you guys get, it'll fix your dating life in ways you guys cannot imagine. Now, my worry is that it is a lot of content. Like it is, and I'm not a fan of giving people a lot of content because I don't want informational junkies. But this is the best way to get it all in one price. Now, look, mind you, if you purchase the bundle, I'm just gonna be honest, there's no refunds. Purchasing the whole bundles. If you guys think you guys are not gonna like it, I will prefer if you guys buy one course to see if you like it, and if you don't like that course, you could get your money back and don't purchase the bundle, right? But if you like that course, you guys can send me an email and say, hey, can I upgrade to the bundle, pay the difference, and there you guys will get it. But it's just that, look, man, you guys know my content. If you like one course, you like it all, right? So that's the only caveat. But I know damn well, if you purchase it, your dating life will never be the same. Okay. Now, for those who purchase the courses, but want to add to the bundle, you guys can message me and maybe we could come up with a price so that you guys can get it while being able to not have to pay all the crazy prices. Okay, so just click on the description down below. There you'll see the ability to purchase the Wifey basic package, which is the one that you see here for $3.99 without the bundles and without the bonuses. But if you guys want to purchase it with the bonuses, which is a lot of content, and I'm afraid because it's a lot of content, you guys can purchase it right here with either 4 payments of $200 or one-time payment of $7.99, right? And yeah, and by the way, I made this design, you know, Father Radix is being inclusive here and stuff like that. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you guys can support the channel by purchasing those courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.